All right. Hello, hello. Let me quickly check something. I think this should work. Heck yeah. All right. It seems like Restream double processes. I wonder if it's because I streamed to 2 different locations. I'm not sure. Anyways, kind of a long story as to why I'm in such a beautiful little cave. I am. And so I've just been picking up a lot of these crystals and mining as much iron as I can see, because iron is incredibly important right now. Because today we have a minecart track to build out, and well, you guys know how much iron that tends to take, so such is the way of minecart. I guess we could also do a train if we didn't want to do minecarts. Sort of just depends. But I found this cool cave in the tunnel that I dug out for our minecart to the village, and yeah, I think it's a pretty good looking cave. Looked fun. So far, it has been pretty dang fun. I think I came from, like, up there, maybe? I don't really remember, to be real. No, I don't think it was here. Might have been over here, though. Might have been over here. Nope. No clue. So it seems like the Prismos here drops different colored dye, which is kind of cool. It's not something I've ever really seen before. Doesn't necessarily correspond to the color of the grass where it was broken, but who's really gonna nitpick like that, you know? I wonder if I can get more by bone mealing. Could be cool. Could be a fun way to automate colors. Oh, no, but you can get more Prismos this way. Okay, I dig that. Alright, well, I guess we'll see what's over in this area, huh? Okay, I like what I see. That's really pretty. Bioshroom. Well, aren't you cool? Little glow shroom. Heck yeah. That is super neat. And you're just more glow crystal. Got it. Gotta say, this is some of the cooler underground biomes I think I've seen in a long time. These are pretty neat. I think I've seen a lot of these on the surface. I just got 6 diamonds from a pot, and that's not something I see very often. Well, alright then. This is why you use fortune on those, I guess, huh? Alrighty. Hopefully we should have enough iron here soon. I don't really know how much is enough, but I certainly feel like I have not got enough at the moment. Let's put it that way. This nylium is really cool, actually. I'm gonna snag some of this. Viridescent nylium. Super sick. Outstanding. Outstanding. This is really cool. I really like the cave biome here. This is a really nice little biome. Really, really nice. Oh, is that what those look like with the shader pack? I guess it is what glowberries look like, huh? I think I already have moss, so that's good. Wow, that was satisfying. I'm really just here for the shroom lamp. But I am curious. So the green bioshroom is just an aesthetic block. DJ Butter, thank you for the follow. It does indeed. I don't know why my Twitch alerts are where they are. It's a little weird. Move that maybe there. Thanks, appreciate it. We'll see. We'll see if it becomes something big. Never know. Alright, that should maybe help. Alright, well, I think we should try to head up to the surface again. And, oh, shoot, right, I had a thought. I wanted to see if the logs... Not logs, but the stem here. Oh, is that just vanilla Minecraft mushroom stem? Okay, never mind then. Sick. Alright, let's see then. There's cave. Not seeing any iron, although deep slate iron is going to be more rich, so I might give this a small try, just because I need as much iron as I can get at the moment. And we have a lot that we can get from here. I think the new Y levels for everything is really bizarre. It's so strange having things kind of distributed differently. That looks empty. Love it. Love it. Okay. Well, look at this guy. Okay, I mean, I needed the iron. I'll take it. Oh, well, those guys can sometimes drop ore, and I was hoping that he would. But he didn't, so that's really annoying. All right. Did you really just drop smoothstone? Wow, what a jerk. All right, we've got all this stuff that I'm gonna drop off for now because I don't think we're gonna need it. Did I bring any? Yeah, I brought sticks. Okay, good. We'll need more torches. I see you. Awesome. Love to see iron. Especially in a slightly bigger deposit like this. How are we doing on iron? Is that like 5? 4.5 stacks. Okay. I'd love to leave this place with like 6 or 7. But we'll see. It's pretty variable. Is this sharpness 3 still? It is. I should really work on the sword. Maybe get a new one made and try to merge them? I don't know. Aha, a rich iron deposit, or an iron vein, whatever they're called. This is the good news I needed. These are always really good. Alright, so we do have more, right? Yeah, it just keeps going down here, I think. Might be worth getting our hammer out just for this, since I have Silk Touch on this hammer now. Is that a... Oh, that's a mine shaft. Neat. Super neat. Right. Alright, looks like this comes back over to that little bioluminescent cave. Hello, friend. There we go. You dropped iron this time. Okay, let's see. Alright, that's going to do it there, and then we've got a couple more ores here. And I think we're good. I think at this point I need to just start towering my way up again. Get too close to the surface, I guess, and then go from there, right? So let's see how close we can get. Seems to be decently elevated over here, which is very nice as far as the convenience of digging out goes. Also, just a ton of calcite over here. I like this lush delta. This is neat. Oh, and a bunch of creepers. Awesome. Got him. Alright, let's grab these 2 iron and call it. So let's do just a very simple staircase on up, because I have no idea where we are. I really don't need any of this stone or anything, so we don't have to worry about it. Doesn't look like that's going to take us any higher up, so... All right. All right. Sorry, my watch is on a little too tight. There we go. Surely we're getting close. What's the top level here? Do we know? 131? Holy, okay. Might be time for the vertical derp stack at this point. bamboo creeper. I love these guys. They're completely passive unless you start hurting them. I think they might even still be passive at that point, but why would you go that far? Look at these little baby beans. There we go. All right, eucalyptus forest. And there's mobs around, so it looks like it's new moon time. And our house is... all right, southeast. Easy enough. Okay, so I think these are meant to indicate that there's a bioshroom cave beneath, then. Huh. Is it a new moon? Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright, so when we get back, I've got to make a quick upgrade to our ore washing and crushing setup because it's a little bit annoying that I have to manually craft everything into their ingots again. So we're going to stop doing that by employing a storage door, probably. Alright, so we've got some resources to dump off in here. We've got another... Ooh, did not want to bring all that stuff with me. All right, we've got another stack of coal blocks that we can pack up like so. Got a lot of just kind of junky stuff as well. We can consolidate you. We can consolidate a little bit of this stuff, I think. Alright, that will help a lot. Now, a lot of dyes from nowhere. There's also prismos. And all of these. Okay, I think that should do. So for a compacting drawer and a... filter, maybe? We'll see. So compacting drawer is just going to be 2 pistons. So we'll do that and that. All right, and then 5 smooth stone and a iron ingot. All right, so I want to have probably a pipe for that, and then a filter. Probably a filter, I think. Because what would be nice, which, speaking of which, colors. There you go. What would be nice is if we could come over here. And rather than having a barrel here, we put in a drawer, and rather than having an extraction module here, alone, we have you. Is there a tag filter? This is what I actually wanted. Okay. Okay, well that's fine. Because I want to... And I can always just... There's only 4 kinds of nuggets, right? So I don't really think that's going to be that big of a deal. There's zinc and copper. So I think that's really all we need. I don't think we need to do a tag for no nuggets. And so what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll say items and filter slots are disallowed. So we don't want nuggets to go through at all. So if there's a nugget, it shouldn't go through, but if there is an ingot, it should. And so it should only pull out the ingot form. And if I put in a partial nugget, it'll jam the system, which is fine, as long as there's no nugget that comes through. Because it's not really going to jam the system. So that's perfect. So now it should automatically recompact everything for us, if it can. And if it can't, there's not going to be a nugget there anyway. So it's kind of a moot point. So, like, for example, the clay is going to go through there, but the clay is not going to get jammed in it at all because it's not a nugget. So we should be good. We'll do that there. You can have the barrel back, and you can have a pipe back because we didn't need it. And this will tell me if I'm forgetting anything, but I'm not. We're good. I don't think I need a quiver or any of these at this point, though. I think that should be okay. And so now we should be... I mean, I guess this works, right? This is not what I had in mind, but this definitely seems to be working better. So I guess we'll do that. That's fine. It seemed to get jammed anyway, because it didn't... It washed into 2 different resources, you know? This is still much better. It's good to know that it tries to extract from, like, most compressed to least compressed. Still a little wasteful, but again, like, so much better. While this processes, I actually have to already take a really quick bio break. I do apologize. I also need a caffeine break, so it kind of goes hand in hand. So I'm going to go get that taken care of. I'll be right back while this just kind of cooks up, because we need this to go on with today anyway. Alrighty, so we are now moving into gold. Yeah, this is way better. This is so much better than it was. So if we do this, that'll clean up the remainders. It's not bad at all. It's way easier than it was. Go ahead and grab 2 more of you. That's a lot of iron, gotta say. The quartz compressing is not super ideal, but it's not the end of the world. I just probably should add recipes for decompressing, which I think they already exist. So yeah, we're good. How are we doing over here? Plenty of XP. Let's go ahead and get everything healed up some. Alright, so that gives us that back, and our fortune pick can go back. And you can go back. Perfect. So yeah, we have a good excess of those now. Looks like copper is finally going through, so we'll probably just leave that to do its thing, because copper's the resource that we have an abundance of at this point. It's actually ridiculous. That should help a good bit, and then we can do another bit of that as well. This is a really bad deal. All right. I think that should be good. So, let's see. Gunpowder, right. We have quite a bit of gunpowder at this point. But let's get started with mine carts. And we'll bring those. Okay. So I have a couple of things in mind. I don't really know how many rails we're going to need exactly, but I already have a tunnel dug out. It's right over here. And I think what we'll do is we'll probably have... let me grab one of you. Let's do... hey, I remember the recipe from... really, honestly, a long time ago. Oh, I kept on running into the belts over here going away, so I replaced this with a depot and then a pipe from Pretty Pipes. And so the pipe over here simply filters on the receiving end here. No, it prioritizes it, sorry. So if we add to that drawer set, it will automatically kind of like work with it, if that makes any sense. So that should be very helpful. And then this just goes into another scrapping depot, which has a lower priority. So if this fills up or if it doesn't belong, it'll just get plopped into this depot, which fires all the stuff straight out with the funnel. So if you want to watch, it'll just get put into the depot, put into the pipes, and then quickly dispensed because I put a speed upgrade. So it's definitely a lot more reliable this way, that's for sure. What I wanted to see real quick is if I could get, like, just a couple of planks. That'll do. Because I will need at least a button for testing. So, yeah, in general, I think what we'll do is we'll probably have you there with a right angle here, and so we can just do I'll probably have a dispenser because I've always been a fan of like the auto dispensing setups. I think those are fun. So you just press that and that will send you on your way. So now I've just got to figure out if this is 2271. Let's come all the way down here to the end and see where that is going to land us at, and we'll make that many rails. Ooh, awesome. Glad to hear. Welcome, welcome, by the way. Yeah, it's honestly, like, only partially there. Like, it's pretty close to, like, I've been enjoying playing it, so I think it's okay. It's a little more lightweight and a lot less Cube.js heavy than Harmonious Engineering is, but I think that's kind of the point. At least that's where I'm at with it. Like, that's what I like about it. All right, so that's 396 rails we're gonna need. I guess we'll start placing, huh? More than likely gonna have another gap here that will end up going like that, I guess. Not sure. Probably something like that. I feel like that's going to be right. But I do appreciate you popping in. Let's see. So we need 396 rails. Let's see, that'll be 128. That'll bring us up to 256. And that'll bring us up to like 392. I think that should be enough. What's the... I don't even remember anymore. I've got torches every 8. So I might just do... like a stack and some change for now, and we'll see. And we'll do 3. Let's see how that feels. I don't really know how that'll go. And I'm gonna do 3 here as well. So let me move these because my OCD demands that everything is nice and equilibrium, not symmetrical. This is complementary shaders. Just the complementary reimagined shaders. So I don't think I shipped defaults yet. Today or tomorrow, I will ship a new update, and I'll probably ship the default complementary settings. I don't know if I'm going to ship the shaders. I have to go read the licensing because I've never done that before. So I don't actually know what the legality of shader distribution is. I know it's different for resources. Like resource packs have to be done a little differently. So I'm not particularly certain. I think right now our move should be to like try to get all the powered rails ready-ish. Ish is, you know, the operative word. But yeah, I don't know. Everyone else has been hopping on a create mod pack, and I've felt like it would be fun for the longest time. So I put this together just to see what people would think of it. And I don't know. People have been hopping on the streams every now and then to come see it. So it tells me something. Either I'm doing something right, or the pack is right, or both, or neither, or I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't know. I've been wanting something different. All this game dev that I do for a living now has kind of changed the way that I really kind of view modpack dev, because it's almost like you're making your own game out of it. So it's made it definitely different, I would say, but I thoroughly enjoy it. It's just sometimes for me to feel like it's a good pack requires it to be like, hey Luke, welcome back. I don't know. Sometimes for me to do the for me to do a proper like full mod pack, like Harmonious Engineering 3 was, takes a lot of effort because now I have this like higher quality standard that I put on myself. That's what I really like about this one is like I've got the mechanics already kind of where I want them to be, which is it's create focused, and there are like a couple of specific mods that I always include, but that I've changed up a tiny bit. So yeah. Well, Luke, remember, I think last stream we found a village and got some mending villagers and a couple other really good trades. So I've got a tunnel going from here to our main base, our mainstays for now. And right now we're gonna put a minecart in it because there's, or a minecart track in it because there's no track at the moment, which makes it still sufficiently makes it sufficiently easier to traverse compared to jumping on top of the leaves, but still. See, I don't think you're going to be able to go that far. I think... Man, trains are just so difficult. And this isn't really that far. If it was further away, I might do a train. Is this too frequent? This is feeling quite frequent. I mean, that's not really a bad thing. We've got the resources. I'm wondering if we can do maybe just one? This goes to show how infrequently I ever do anything with rails. Nothing against them, just never get to it. Good to know about complementary, though. Because of train casings, yeah. That's fair. Yeah, I can... That sounds reasonable for me to do, so I will probably do that for the next release. I've got a lot of, like, not a lot, but a couple of recipe changes that I've made that I'm pretty happy with. One of the things that I really like is the dim storage, which is still the mod of choice for me right now. I think Ender storage is just too difficult to customize. The recipes actually will crash JEI if you aren't using Cube.js, and I'm specifically not using Cube.js this time around. And so changing recipes in Ender storage is kind of a no-go. And then what was the other thing I ran into? Model and texture issues, like always. So I don't want to do Ender tanks, namely because tanks are not really, like, fluids are not really a focus in this pack. There's not a lot of fluids. There's not, like, isn't there, like, anyways, so there's like your usual, I think there's, here we go, filling by spout. So there's like a bunch of different vanilla create recipes, but they're all just using chocolate or honey or milk or water or like all the potions. No, you're definitely right. They are certainly cheaper. Fact of the matter is I just have an excess of redstone. Like, I have far too much redstone. No man is ever going to use this much redstone, I don't think. I don't think Etho himself could use this much redstone. Because I get redstone from processing all of my iron as well. So, like, when I wash iron, wash the crushed iron, I also get redstone, like, most of the time. So, it has been a very sufficient supply of redstone blocks and redstone dust. My chat overlay is bugged. How so? Is it? Are you saying because it's from top to bottom instead of bottom to top? Yeah, we'll see. I think a Nexus might be in the books. I'd like to have. What would be really cool to me, at least, would be to set up a monorail with the, might be bugged. You're right. I will have to look at that. I'm using Restream to cross-stream. So, who knows? So yeah, monorail tracks are cool. They're just normal train tracks, but they are, like, they're monorails. So I think it'd be really cool to set up a monorail system and have, like, a big rail network that actually goes to various different places. This is on Twitch and on YouTube, yes. My Twitch is twitch.tv/ohjustjose. I need to put that in the description of these. Well, I guess I kind of don't feel the need to because I'm already, you're already here. Oh, that kind of Nexus. Man, yeah, honestly, yes. Because, like, something maybe more akin to his advanced shulker sorting setup would be kind of perfect because we've already got pretty pipes, but I'd really be interested in seeing, like, how one could integrate pretty pipes with, like, a system where you can request things. So, like, I wouldn't use the terminal for that many items for, like, bulk storage, maybe. I don't know. Computer craft has been a potential inclusion in this pack. If not for the turtles, it would be, like, an immediate inclusion for this pack. Maybe even still. Haven't quite decided. Because one of the things that I thought would be really cool is there are a couple of programs for, like, pulling and sorting and relocating vaults, and I think vaults are just such a cool mechanic. Yeah, I'll give it a try. I know that there are, I know that I've got ideas for how to make them feel a little more integrated into Create. I've just got to see how it feels in this pack, because this pack is largely analog, but, I mean, let's be real, Create is largely digital. I know there's at least a couple, and I don't actually have anything really against turtles. I think my knee-jerk reaction with turtles is that I always have friends who deploy a fleet of them on my servers, which is never a problem until it's a problem, and then it's my problem. And so I almost have trauma. I almost have turtle trauma, which is the dumbest thing I think I could say on stream. Or on anything. Okay, so is this slow because it's slow? Or is it slow because I need more boosters? I feel like it's not that. I think it's just slow. I think this is just max speed. It really is. It really is. The boat tunnel could have worked. I don't have access to ice, but it would have been faster. I don't know. Did we do a train? Each road would be... Each road. Oh, man. Maybe... Maybe. Kind of want to see what this is about. This doesn't look too bad, but I don't know. Oh, but like I was saying, dim storage. The recipes are not like the worst, but definitely like if you're going to go this route, you might think of, is there an easier way to do this? Because I'm guilty of like thoroughly abusing inventory, like using in ender storage, dimensional storage, whatever you want it, for like just easy get items across from here to here, like with no necessity for it really. Might do monorails. Monorails could be cool. Really? So you got through all of that and you didn't back up at all. That's great, actually. I added a compacting drawer there to help compact some of our smelted or our processed results, and that seems to have been a lifesaver because it was really getting to be a pain. That's a good question. And see, now that begs the question, do we do we take this system and just make it really fast? Do we just make a really fast gantry shaft with a seat on it? Like a max speed gantry shaft with a seat on it. Is that too cursed? I might play with this idea. My tree farm is very blurst, but it's working really well. It's just the opposite of what I always do, because I try my very hardest to not make the same thing over and over. I still do inevitably once or twice, but it's a lot of clay. Did you know that we got, like, I think 100% of this excess clay, because I turned most of my clay into bricks, which are over here. I want to say all of this clay is just from washing copper. Like, this is so nice. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just not impressed with the speed of the minecart, and it's not that big of a deal to, like, revert this. Although I probably should add a melting recipe or something. I don't know. Parrot-driven train tree farm. Okay, that actually sounds really, really prone to breaking, but really, really fun. See, and I'm proud. I'm proud because I used my knowledge of supplementaries having a wiki. Not my knowledge of supplementaries, just my knowledge of where to find the wiki for supplementaries. And so the way that this gantry works, like what keeps it ticking, is apparently clock blocks from supplementaries. Not only do they tell you the time, but they also emit an observer tick every 1 Minecraft hour, which is the perfect amount of time. So that just goes into a toggle latch and, you know, does the thing. Of course I would miss. So, seems like it's working really well. You say it's cursed. It's working just fine, though. What's really cursed is this very item-phobic windmill. This windmill really hates having items picked up around it. I can't explain it. I'm missing 3 sugarcane. Where are you? There you are. I mean, it works. Okay, I actually want to test out the gantry shaft idea. It's super dumb. Like, this is a really bad idea. But now I have to know. I mean, because it's really easy to do. Hey, Chris. Yes, it is quite, it's quite twitchy. Quite. Do supplementaries have an in-game manual? I don't think it does anymore. At one point it did. It was like, what, 1.14, 1.16 that it had one? Like a patchouli manual, I think? But I think they just kept outpacing everything, and so they just stuck with GitHub doc. Which, I mean, as a developer, I don't mind it, but developers often forget how unfriendly that kind of stuff is. Like, doesn't help your average user who's just trying to get an answer on how to do a thing, anything. What color should we make the seat? We have a choice of orange or red or yellow or lime or cyan or purple. That makes sense. Lime? Okay. We've got 1 for lime. All right, lime it is. That will do. What do y'all think of this is gonna sound like it's out of left field, and that's because it is. Hello, it's me. I'm always way out in left field. What do y'all think of the what do y'all think of Valheim? Sorry, good grief, words are really hard for me today. I've been thinking about streaming it maybe. I recently started playing it and I find it really enjoyable. This is from Create, but I can't wrench it. Interesting. I don't mind that, because it's not a contraption, but odd. But I've actually really enjoyed Valheim a lot lately, and so I was wondering if that would be at all worth sharing with y'all, or if I should just go play that by myself, because no one cares. Not that I really care either way. I just always like to kind of gauge. I like the lime color. It's not actual, like, Minecraft lime. It's a lime color that I'd probably actually have in my own house, which I dig. Gantry, water wheels. I knew I was forgetting, like, the thing. What are my... I mean, I've got these maple... Yeah, so, like, for my work, I've been doing a lot of, I don't know, the game dev that I do is kind of... I'm not going to say similar, because it's not Valheim. It doesn't even try to be Valheim. It's not even in the same universe as Valheim. But I played Valheim a little while ago when I was working at Ernst & Young, because some of the people there were playing it, and I thought, wow, maybe I can kind of have a commonality with a bunch of old folks. No, they were way further into it than I was. But I've been doing a bunch of stuff with very similar mechanic. Yo, it does look like 70s Avocado. You're right. I'm not... So yeah, I'm not sure what led me to try it again yesterday, but I was like, I've heard it's kind of similar from a friend. Maybe I should give it a try again. So I did, and I actually really liked it. I thought it was very, very entertaining. The game that I'm working on is a sequel to the Lord of the Rings game trilogy, except it's not at all like Shadow of Mordor. Like, it's quite different. In what I like to think is a good way. I didn't play Shadow of Mordor, but I do know that we followed the survival crafting trend a lot closer than Shadow of Mordor ever did, which is, from what I understand, the preferred route to go there. I'm gonna try like just 5 water wheels for now. Maybe even just 4, honestly. And so I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fanatic. I know that there are a lot of people who obviously are. There's kind of a fan base for everything that's going to go on the deep end and also not the deep end. But I just genuinely like the game and how it plays. It's very fun. So that's led me to kind of want something that isn't my work outside of work, because it's healthy to have variety and differences. So I tried Valheim out and thought it was really fun. Alright, so let's see. There are, like, a bunch of things you can do here. Right, but if I... Okay, I'll just back this up for now, because I really just want to test. Right, you know, to make a gantry carriage work, you actually need the gantry carriage. Duh. Yeah, I mean, variety is always very, very good. And it's not really that I'm needing even motivation. It's literally just, if I had more time during my work hours, I would playtest for longer, but I have other stuff to do. It's work. But I genuinely enjoy our game and want to play it more, or stuff like it more. And when it actually comes out, I'm absolutely going to play it in my own time a good bit with family and friends, because they're all really interested in it. Just purely from it's a good survival crafting game perspective, because it is. So I'm kind of a fan so far of Valheim as a result. All right, we got the seat, we got the glue, which I don't think we're gonna need. I've thought of streaming it when it comes out. That's a very, like, fine line for me, though. The only reason that I haven't necessarily is because I probably should have made a clutch as well. Or not a clutch, a gear shift. I probably probably won't stream it. And my biggest reason for that... Oh, I probably will. I probably will. Especially if they don't mess up and they do, in fact, put my name in the end credits. And if they do mess up, I will make sure that they fix it. But oh, I had almost everything I needed for that in my inventory. Dang. But the reason I don't want to stream it is that I don't want to... I don't want to accidentally, like, expose too much of what I did or did not do and how that associates to my work, just because that gets... I feel like that is a lot easier to break an NDA on when I'm like, oh, yeah, we've got a fix for that, or, oh, we've got a whole new mechanic for that, or whatever, on accident. Just saying it purely on accident out of, you know, habit of wanting to say, you know, being excited about new stuff that you do, because... It's just how it is when you're excited about a project, when you're actually genuinely interested in a project. That's a good thing to think about. This will have to be 2 blocks down. Okay, so if I do this, right? And then we sit, and then I do... Couldn't help but notice that you're not going anywhere. Yeah, it can be when you're genuinely interested in your job. Genuinely enjoy it. Like, it's very different when it's... When I worked at EY, the last thing I wanted to do was talk about my work. Are you too fast? What is the problem? I'm not... I don't follow. Are you just too fast? Or are you trying to stick to the wall? No. Yeah, see, that's what I don't want. That's what I don't want. Like, I mean, the game credits are going to tell you enough about what I did. Assuming you know my first and last name, which is not impossible to find. You'll be able to figure out what roles I played in our game, assuming they properly credit everything I've done, because I've definitely done more than I was hired for, which I'm so grateful for, because, like, legitimately, I've learned so much about game dev, like full game dev. What I haven't learned is, why aren't you behaving? Apply a redstone signal to the shaft to stop a carry. Wait, so is it literally just the fact that there's a redstone signal here? Is this it? Or is it because of all these redstone signals? It's because of all of these redstone signals. Good catch, Luke. Appreciate that. Hey, here it comes. Okay. Well, let's zoomy this back up. But yeah, with a lot of game dev stuff, it's just so easy if you're too passionate to make a mistake. So I'm not going to say that this is, like, the fastest, but it's pretty fast. Certainly faster than the rails, I would suspect. I don't know. Do we do this? Is this the route we take? How do I... Oh, yeah, I mean, like, we could easily do this if we wanted to. It would not be that big of a deal to do. And then... I have a couple of ideas for how we can activate the redstone on the other end. There's, of course, redstone links. But my thought was it could be cool eventually. It could be cool to eventually do... I mean, we could... I wanted to come up with a really complicated system, but I realistically think that we might be able to get away with being super lazy and just doing another clock setup and just having it go instead of once every, like, not actually use the clock because I need it to be less frequent than that, but have it just alternate between coming and going. That way it's like a running its own little route of sort. I have no idea how well that will work, but I've got some ideas. If that doesn't work, then I can always make a dimensional chest, like a dimensional storage chest, and use it in combination with hoppers to do like a button press equals put item in, read comparator output kind of thing. So we can have remote redstone a lot more easily. I would guess, right? One realistic concern... Yeah, we may end up breaking out the hopper clock. One realistic concern that I'm starting to wonder about is I'm going to need more stone to do this, because I want this to look good. We'll see, though. I wish this pack had more, like, building-ish blocks. I'm not really sure what to do about that, though. Right. I wish we had, like, the mod... I'm thinking, like, either... I mean, I could do chipped, but chipped looks better with connected textures, and connected textures and rubidium don't play together. What was the mod that I'm thinking of? It's not Dave's Building Extended, because that mod is a slight curse. No, I don't play Magic. I have no excuse to not play card games or board games or tabletop games at all. I just don't. I think I would genuinely enjoy D&D if I could play a character, but I can't play characters. I'm so bad at it. Magic, obviously, is quite different from D&D, but same train of thought, I guess, for me. Rechiseled is one of them, but it's not the one that I'm thinking of. Where did I get the caution tiles from in... was that... That wasn't Architect's Palette, although I do wish we had Architect's Palette. I'm always a fan of Architect's Palette. What was the mod? Which mod was I using the little caution-y stripes from? No, it was a chisel mod. It was a chisel mod, but it wasn't rechiseled, but it was like one of them, like Iron Chisel or something. I mean, I've got to go look it up now. I mean, Harmonious Engineering is right here, so may as well just look. Harmonious Engineering V3 Dev mods. I think it was like chiselable or something. Right, CurseForge. You can now search in the launcher for mods by name. But I'm not seeing it. What the heck? What the heck? Better question is, why is my memory so bad? Re-chiseled was not it? No, okay. No idea. It wasn't the original chisel, but it did have factory blocks. I don't know why, I can't remember. I'm looking through the mod list and I just don't see it. What is... Oh, that's right. Builder's Delight. That's the one. I would never have gotten there on my own. I had to look. Builder's Delight. I don't think Builder's Delight is out. Yo, Builder's Delight is out. All right. Immediate ad. Immediate ad. We also talked about adding... Computer Craft. CC Bridge adds a Computer Craft bridge to create. I'll take it. And we'll do CC Tweaked. I'm not seeing CC retweaked for 119. Anyways, Builder's Delight is an easy add to this pack. Love that mod. Yeah, that might be Fabric. I'm not sure. The naming of forked mods for Fabric is really bad. And mods that were forked to Fabric but then brought back to Forge because the Fabric fork was better than the Forge version. Even worse. Like, Better Nether. Better Nether was, like, back and forth. It was obviously originally written for Fabric, but it came to Forge in one way. And then a big Fabric update came out, and someone else decided to port that update back to Forge again. Sorry, Better End. That was Better End. Anyways, it's wild. Naming schemas are, like, just completely whack for mods nowadays. Used to be completely different when you had to, like, just struggle to get seen at all on CurseForge, or on the Minecraft forum, right? Yeah, sodium, magnesium, rubidium, and then there's, like, Reese's sodium tweaks versus Textrue's rubidium options versus magnesium realist, or what is it? Magnesium dynamic lights is what we have, but it's for rubidium because magnesium is like an old version of the sodium port to Forge. It's bananas. I hate that we wasted all these rails, but I might use them to make, like, I'd love to do some sort of, like, a create-based tunnel system using, like, just a create contraption minecart and a bunch of drills. I think that'd be really fun. They really are. I mean, we have a lot. The beta CurseForge is actually really good. I'm not going to lie. The ability to sort by Forge and Fabric mods has made it so that I have basically in the last month or two, not a single time clicked on a mod that was for Fabric that I didn't want to or expect to be for Fabric. Their mod versioning filtering is a lot better than it was. It still needs some work, but... Okay, so I think we're just gonna make our lazy butts walk this small little branch. I haven't decided on that yet. I don't have an opinion on that, to be real. Like, that's not something that I... this pack is gonna have infinite lava, because I don't mind infinite lava in a pack where lava's not really useful. And, what are you gonna do? Make a train to get the lava from the nether to the overworld and then use that to run your boiler infinitely? Sounds like you deserved it. It sounds like you deserve that. I'm not going to try to take that away from people, personally. My opinion is generally pretty easily flexible. Like, that's not a harsh opinion. I don't believe in, like, absolutely no infinite fluids, absolutely no ability to move spawners around. Like, it used to be, I used to feel that way about a lot of things, but I just don't have the energy to be that hard spoken about anything anymore. As long as it makes the pack feel balanced, then I'm okay with whatever. And with a pack this small, where there's, like, not really a lot that you can exploit, it's like, you're still gonna have a really bad time getting a spawner in the first place. It'd be nice if those were game rules. Honestly, I wish those could just be a game rule. But game rules are regularly overlooked, which... who am I to talk? Most of VTweak's configs could just be game rules. See, and I just think that's cruel. One of the things, though, that I have done in this pack that is like a decision that I think I'm pretty stuck on, that I don't think I'm going to change at all, is So the ability to make a waystone is still well within your power. And so we have waystones. You can find them even. Like, it's all yours to find them. And I think I even made it so you can still break them. But they will cost experience, and they'll cost more experience the closer you are. Not the further you are, the closer you are. So if you're being lazy and you just don't want to walk, or you just don't want to build something like this little minecart contraption to get back and forth, then go pay the cost each and every time. Should really be digging out both of these blocks, that way I can kind of keep this looking decently clean. So that's why we're doing this. Like, I obviously could make and place down a waystone on both sides, call it a day. But I wanted to make people actually, you know, want it. However, you'll never have to roll a minecart 1,200 blocks away to get a spawner where you want it to be. Yeah, I like it too. You know, to be real, I've never looked at the waystones config, like, ever. The default has always been good enough. But I looked this time. I was like, I wonder if I can do something fun. I wonder if I can make this feel balanced. Oh, see, and I quite disagree. I think if elytra are still going to be your only way around, then I think that they should be just as easily obtainable. This pack almost feels like one of those where it could do with Vasky's old, like, mending nerf mod, where mending was kind of a pain. But, like, not as big of a easy peasy mod, or easy peasy enchant that it is now, but still helpful. I'm not going to do that, but I feel like I could go with it. Fireworks can be a pain, but if you process these, like, specifically, and how timely for me to find zinc here, if you process zinc, if you get your crushed zinc through raw ore or whatever, if you wash that, you'll actually get gunpowder. So it's not infinite, but it's the reason that I have like 5 stacks of gunpowder, and I never have that much this time around. And I don't think we have any special structures that do... Right, exactly. And I don't think we have any special structures that do, like, special spawners that I know of. And if we do, that's fine. I'm not really bothered by it. But if you happen across a creeper spawner, then good for you. You know what to do. And if you never see one, then I can't say that it was ever planned. I'm running into inventory issues, so I'm just going to start filling in the blocks for this. And I think what we'll do is maybe wait until I restart the pack with Builder's Delight, and then do the caution stripes for the sides here. No mob grinding utils. Never been a fan of that mod, to be honest. From the day it came out back in, what was that, 1.7? Always made me feel weird. It feels like I'm having an allergic reaction to the textures. That's really mean, and I look, the highlight of my textures, I think, are legitimately this texture right here. I mean, I'm getting better at making textures, but I don't know. The way that that mod always plays makes me feel really uncomfortable, and I can't explain why. It just feels like it's made for people who wanted creative mode, or wanted a creative-based pack. And since mob grinding isn't really a focus in this pack, I feel like, you know, having a deployer that you have to keep stocked up with something based on, like, you know, pretty pipe setup, and a small auto crafter from, like, a mechanical crafter, I think would be actually kind of a fun challenge. Looks like there's a man. Like, I know it's not, but the proportions are right for that to look like just a player that is always running at the same speed as me, way ahead. It kind of does, yeah. And then conversely, Dave's building blocks, which... Mind you, Dave's building is in dire need of development help, because it's not well developed, and I've had to help him a little bit every now and then. And Harmonious Engineering and the add-on mod that I made for Harmonious Engineering also kind of made that mod feel good in that pack. But Dave's building is M-Creator and feels mostly okay. Compared to how M-Creator used to be, it feels much better than... Man, old M-Creator mods were just bad. The number of Obsidian and Emerald and Redstone and Lapis Lazuli tool mods that were scattered all over Planet Minecraft and Minecraft forums, nauseating. Absolutely nauseating. So, you know, I can't really judge a lot of the M-Creator mods nowadays because they're actually kind of good. I've always, Rorax and I kind of share the same opinion on this. She and I have talked extensively on this. I feel like if you make a mod with great mechanics but bad textures, you're just as bad off as a mod with great textures and bad mechanics. That's part of why I seldom include the entire suite of RF tools. I mean, no offense to McJD, I don't have time to retexture your whole mod. That's why I retextured all of Advanced Generators for Harmonious Engineering 3, is because it's exactly what I wanted for that pack, and I did not feel like making it myself, so I just made a resource pack instead, and that was good enough. Yeah, sometimes I feel like going really hardcore into like the heavy detail of a mod pack, and Harmonious Engineering 3 was definitely that for me. 2 and 1 were both like a lot of work for me to put together, but it was also a lot of learning for what a good mechanic is and how much is too much, which I did not understand at all for Harmonious Engineering 2. If you go back and play that mod pack, it's a nightmare. It feels really spammy. It's like Project Ozone all over again, and I feel bad. I don't like to play that mod pack at all. I came out with like a 0.5 update that I never did release, a 2.5 update that added a lot more integration with the fluid mechanics and stuff, but I was just so ashamed of what I left behind in the first few chapters that I didn't want to... I neither had the time to fix the first few chapters, nor did I want to release it as it was with the first few chapters, as jank as they were. So I just kind of left it as is. I like the kind of self-driven research narrative of Harmonious Engineering 3, and I'll probably stick with that for 4, whenever that's a thing. But right now I feel like 118 is recent enough that the 3 is kind of just good to be the definitive version for a while. You actually played the TFC pack? That baffles me. I just threw that together. I did not put a lot of thought into that one at all, to be real. Like, and that's not to say that, oh, you know, you can't play it now, because I didn't put any thought into it. But, like, I don't know. You make a lot of videos, and I highly respect the quality and the amount of time you put into them, and just I mean, I know it's got to be a major time sink. And so for you to spend any time, even personal time or recording time or both or neither on a pack of mine is just massively, like, I don't know, honoring, humbling. No, not humbling, honoring. I think that's what I'm looking for. So, yeah, that's just, I don't know. That pack I put together because my wife is a geologist and paleontologist, and I'm just a nerd who likes realism packs sometimes. Holy crap, okay. A lot of fun then. Dang. Yeah, we did not devote that kind of time, and I think that's because the version of TFC we were running was so new that we just kind of ran into enough bugs that we were tired. My wife doesn't really play a lot of Minecraft. She plays a lot of Splatoon and a lot of other games. She doesn't play a lot of Minecraft, so I feel like most of the times when I get her to play any Minecraft, if it's modded, major hurdles with mods being out of date or needing, like, if she launches the pack and it needs an update, sometimes that's enough to make her not feel like playing, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not complaining that she doesn't have the whatever to play a mod pack. Just it's not her jam. It just isn't, and that's like totally fine. So when she stopped playing, I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'll stick around for a little bit, and I don't even remember what I did after that. Yeah, that mod was intense. That was a really neat mod. Was it a mod or a collection of mods? I actually don't remember now. I think Minecraft Mineralogy was just a mod. Yeah, that's the one. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's the one with the full strata, and it is. Okay. Okay, so we have more stuff than I can fit. Love to see that. Woof. Yeah, I feel like Geolysis came in time for like a weird era of people who wanted Terraformercraft, and Terraformercraft just, I remember my facepalm when Terraformercraft said, hey, look, we made it to 1.11 and 1.13 had just come out. And I'm like, okay, thank you. We appreciate your hard work, because I know it's hard work, but also you have missed the boat. So we'll see you next time. And now I was baffled when it came out for 1.18. Like I was legitimately a little shook. I had a field day with that. Yeah, exactly. Geolysis worked well with a lot of different terrain gen mods. There's one for 1.16 or maybe it was 1.18 that added like a lot of extra strata, but not too many. It felt just Minecrafty enough. You know, I'm pretending like I don't have that pack around here somewhere. I think I do. So there's just... No, that's the one that actually has Terraformercraft in it, I think. But there's another one. Yeah, here we go. Terraformer-like. Oh, there's a scroll wheel. It goes down. Good. Let's see. This was for 1.18. Heck yeah. And I was talking about more ore stones. And there's another one as well that accompanied it. And I'm trying to remember what it's called. Unearthed. That's the one. So, this was the mod that I was thinking of. This mod had a lot of really fun variants that looked really good. And then with 1.18 Geolysis's like really intense configuration, I was able to make something like this happen, but with Geolysis's ores. And that ended up being really fun. It was a lot of work. What's my notification? Oh, that's an old notification. So yeah, this pack was fun. You know, I have my thoughts on it. I'm genuinely looking forward to playing it. It looks fun. It looks really fun. However, it is yet another freaking update where bundles have not been implemented yet, as far as we know. Bundles are in, but they are very broken. Like for reference, if I do give, let's just say bundle, and I gave myself another bundle, unless this has been fixed, yeah, you can put bundles in bundles, and the entire mechanic that they were supposed to have of like being nice and clean and cozy, and you can, nope, it's just like sometimes you can put a bundle in a bundle, and then you can put other stuff next to that bundle. It's so bizarre. I think they just need so much work. Well, the cherry logs are cool. The sniffer is not... Mojang did another Mojang with the sniffer, and I'm not tickled, too terribly thrilled. Tickled. Why did I say tickled? Not too thrilled by it. Once again... Yeah, like a shulker and a shulker, except it's effectively a net zero gain or loss. You still have the same thing. It's just like if I had it, if what I could have fit, right? So let's say I've got my 44, and then let's make a stack of 20. So this would be 64 that I could, in theory, right, stack together into one bundle. Now I can't put that bundle in here, but if I made that a stack of 19, I can now. Wait, no, I actually can't. Okay. But if I took that out, right, now I've got this, and that counts for 48. If I do that with the 16, this doesn't, the math doesn't maths. This is 44, but now it's 48. Like, whereas, like, if you just use the other bundle effectively, they're not bad, and I get why they're waiting for a console, but like, I don't know. So I may enable them for this pack because I think they're really cool. Actually, I genuinely think they're neat. Anyways, Rant aside, for now at least. Oh, right, all the rails. Shoot, what am I gonna do with all these rails? Goodness, sorry, I'm tall, so I need to realign my spine. Yeah, exactly. It's like a triangle that adds up to 181 degrees if you measure from the inside, but if you measure from the outside, it measures to 179. It should be the same. There's no explanation for why it's not the same. It's not. And I'm mad. Not really, but confused. Honestly, it's just I'm perplexed. Yeah. Derailing is a word. Don't think that's a word that can be applied to a rail, necessarily. Precisely. But yeah, so it doesn't really make any sense to be as bad as it is. At least doesn't really track. The bundles are like not, and what kills me, like if a mod developer had, and I know it's different, right? Like I've worked in bureaucratic hell before, so I've been there, I've done that, I know. But if they just had a single sprint, a single 2-week sprint dedicated to cleaning this up, they wouldn't even need the whole 2 weeks to clean up bundles into a usable state. They wouldn't need anywhere near that many days or weeks for that at all. You know, I've got these two extra drawers, and that's actually genuinely a lot of rails. So I think I'm just gonna put them there for now. They look extra dumb. I mean, it depends. It really does depend, because you've actually got to do the design consideration for, goodness, that's more than enough. You've actually got to do the design consideration for controller-based players, which we're running into now because we're doing our PS5 port soon, I think. But you know, we're hoping to support various consoles, and so it's effort. You know, it's effort to do that. Don't I know it? Don't I know it? EY was completely Microsoft based, and so like while we didn't have to deal with being owned by them like Mojang does, a lot of our processes were because Microsoft had us like use one of their tools, or we had a contract with Microsoft this, Microsoft that, and like that alone was already bad enough. And then remember also, you know, just being a tax firm made everything else also just bad. So somehow I feel like this actually isn't enough gantry shafts, and that scares me a little bit. You know what? I know that it's not enough gantry shafts. Okay, well, I mean... it is what it is. We'll make more if we need them. I'm honestly glad we're going to use them, because I'd rather them get used than be stuck in our chests again. I don't know what I'm going to do for the sides here. I do need to hydrate. I need to also, like... I don't know, eventually get some normal sleep. I've been living that game dev life, which is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Considering the fact that my company does not have, You're telling me it was always horrible. We used a lot of, we wrote everything in C#, like we used ingestion code all in C#, so we were regularly waiting for various Excel plugins to be working so that we could tap into them. We had an Excel plugin in the Excel side that tapped into our servers as well. That was always problematic. But yeah, so like the company that I work for is actually like most of the time no crunch. I say most of the time because I have felt pressured to do work, but not pressured by any means. Like no one has said you need to stay. No one has said you need to get this done by a certain time. but more along the effects of I have a big feature due, or I have a big feature that is my feature that is owned by me, and I'm being told by leadership and DevOps that we're going to be working on, you know, the closed alpha 2 release, closed alpha 3 release, closed alpha 4 release, whatever, soon, imminently. And so that leads to me the feeling that I need to do it. And the only reason that I have that feeling that I need to do it is because I don't actually have that many people who sit on top of me and tell me you need to get it done by this time. Most of the time, if I say I don't think I'm going to get it done, they're like, okay, no worries, we'll push it off, or we'll have you branch it back in later, or whatever. Like, it's largely just the fact that I'm used to being micromanaged by Ernst & Young, that the lack of micromanagement causes me to freak out. And so last week I worked until 11, like 2 days in a row, just because I was that stressed. But my company is also chill enough that I caught up that time later the same week with no issues and no repercussions. Like Thursday and Friday, I had just a nice relaxed day, because I knocked it out of the park. So that's mostly just self-induced. It's not like my company actually makes me work late hours kind of thing at all, which is nice, but I have no excuse for being so tired all the time. I just am this week. It's been kind of stressful having me do all these different things that I don't normally do. It's fun, and I'm getting to learn a lot of stuff, but like working on technologies and tools that I don't normally work on is, I wouldn't say unideal, but definitely like just a little bit more than I thought I expected when I joined, which isn't really a problem because I like learning new stuff. But it's sort of like, you know, when you like really get into something and then you figure out at some point that the rabbit hole is too deep and you're too far gone. I'm almost at that point, not with the company, just with like the technology that we're using. I'm at the point where I'm starting to learn almost a little too much about everything that people can start to come and ask me questions, which isn't a problem. I'm glad to help. But can eventually be problematic if I don't put down healthy barriers, you know? Now this is a conundrum, sort of. Hang on, let me think this through. If I do... Yeah, actually we're good. Never mind. If I just do this and this. Beautiful. Chaotic. I love it. And then we can just cover you up with a shaft as well, or a encased... anti-casing, that's the word. So now there's a new problem, and that's the fact that I forgot that I need a bit of space here. So we might need to bump this back a block or two. Yeah, I don't miss my work at Ernst & Young. It was chaotic for no particular reason at any point in time. They just wanted things to be chaotic, and I never will understand that. Okay, that will give us enough space for a clutch and some sort of... Sorry, a gear shift, gearbox, and some other stuff. Don't really know what yet, but we'll sort it out. Okay, so we can do our super compact... setup like so, and then we will put a gear shift all the way here at the end. And we'll do... that, and probably should light that up. Yeah, I need to stop caffeinating like a child. Okay, so the reason I did this was because I realized I had no way of turning you off, but I didn't... Oh, I've got stone. Stone's a thing. Forget the stone buttons are a thing. So you can do that. Good. Okay, and then if I just yoink you real quick so that I can make sure to get my gantry carriage on there with my seat. And then we do that, you're off to the races. And I think a lever would honestly be actually what I need here. Let's do that and swap picks. Yeah, you said that, I think you said that earlier, and I've been thinking about how I might be able to use something like that. I like that it basically acts like a redstone signal, though. That is pretty neat. Anyways, for now, come forth. I hope you will, because I don't have a chunk loader yet. What is our chunk loader mod of choice? Chicken chunks. I see. I'm beginning to be a little bit afraid here. It coming. It cometh. We are good. This is so hysterical. I love this. Oh. Go on, get. What? Huh? What? Obviously the issue here is chunk loading. So we're gonna have to resolve that, but there goes my dummy minecart. Yeah, it's just a chunk loading issue, I think. And with that, I do have to wonder if there is a way to intelligently do a redstone signal down to the other side to flip it, or if I just need to... Because, like, I just can't afford a dimensional chest at the moment, so I don't have a choice. But you did say the gantry shafts can emit a redstone signal, or can carry a redstone signal, it looks like. Maybe if I was understanding that correctly, I could be stupid. In fact, it's known that I can be stupid. This is not a could-be situation. So I'm going to test that theory out real quick. Redstone links won't be able to go that far, though. It's like a really far distance. 300 blocks is too far for a redstone link. Otherwise, I already would have been on top of that. And I know that I have the power of configuring this, but I don't want to. I think that's not necessary. Okay, so there's not really a good way to read off of you unless a comparator would do it, maybe, or a repeater, but I don't think so. And my only other thought, right, would be, do you change state? So let's see, powered true, powered false. So I could always just do an observer and just have a secondary gantry shaft line that runs down. Honestly, wait, we wouldn't even need a secondary gantry shaft line. We could just use the one with an observer at the very end and a T flip-flop. It would temporarily, when we press a button, stop it, but then as soon as the button press releases, it would go again, and by then would have flipped the rotational direction. I think, maybe. Let's try it. I mean, this sounds really simple. Also, why are you here? Yeah, I mean, a pulse extender would work. Wait, hang on. Pulse repeater. Yeah, this is just for, like, if I wanted to make a pulse out of a solid redstone signal, or if I wanted to extend a quick pulse, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I don't think that's really as helpful as a observer, but I might be wrong here. We're gonna play with it. I think we should just play with it. Observers are cheap. Redstone is cheap. T-flip-flops or toggle latches or whatever you want to call them. Cheap. However, dimensional storage, expense. All right, so we need some stone and... Yeah, I think there's a way to daisy chain links, like where you just kind of couple them every couple of blocks, every, like, I think, what's the range on a redstone link again? 32 blocks, I think. Link range maximum. Oh, it's 256. I thought it was much shorter. My bad. I still want to try this though. I still want to try my idea first, just because I think it'd be fun to just use something different. You know, I do a lot of the same stuff. Redstone links is one of those, and I think it could be really fun to do something different. I don't think I'm going to need 4 observers, but I mean, you know, what's the harm? And then 2 redstone torches, like so. Again, don't think I'm going to need 2 powered toggle latches, but I will always take extras because these are not super fun to make. We've got a button. Might want, like, more than just a button, but we'll see. May actually do, like, a warped button so that it's really visible. So let me confirm something first, and then we can move from there. Assuming that I read off of you. If I were to power... Let's do this over here. If I were to power you... This essentially just acts like an extended lever, which is perfect. And so if I were to do a button instead... I see. My brain is failing to come up with a workaround for this. There's not a counter, is there? No. Why does that work? I mean, it works, so I guess... Hooray. Let me... Hang on, so let me think that through for just a second. So why does... Right. Actually, yeah, that makes sense, because it's the red... Yeah, I'm dumb. Yes, this is the way to do it. I kind of just had that, like, as a really bad at math programmer, I just have hunches. And that was one of those hunches of the math says probably do this. Like, my experience with math says this is probably the solution. Another solution we're going to need is chunk loading. Let's be sure to do that real quick. We got the good chunk overlay. We've got to get a chunk loader. I don't actually need... I know what the recipe is. I'm a professional modder. I know the recipe. And before it's something completely different now. Because it should be 5 gold and an ender pearl. But it might be an Eye of Ender now. That's what I don't remember. Nope. Perfect. And then we're just going to do... Excuse me? Right. This recipe. This is this cursed recipe. No, we're not doing that. Forget that. I was gonna try to be efficient with the chunk loading, but Chicken Chunk said no, and so I said, haha, no. So I'm gonna head down over here to the middle-ish area. Yeah, you can see we're just barely out of chunk loading radius for that, which is perfect, actually. And probably, like, right here, I'm gonna put the chunk loader. And that should do it. Not really. Chunk loaders are not nearly as bad as a lot of other things. Like if I wanted to stop hitting my performance, I would just turn shaders off. But no, in general, I find that it's not a problem. Okay, so if I wanted to be lazy, which I do, I could always... Hang on. Stop that. Might actually be easier to read it from here. Like so. Into redstone like that, and then dot dot like that. And then the redstone would just go from you to you into you. But yeah, I like my shaders, so we keep them on. Here it comes. Excellent. And so now all we need is a send button. This actually legitimately might be better to have a redstone link for, but we'll see. So we're going to do redstone signal down and around into you. So let's just put a solid block for now. With, actually, I don't think we're gonna need a redstone repeater for that. So now, assuming that I did any of this correctly, which is a big assumption. Okay, you go that way, and then that. You come back. And so now, if I tell you to go, yeah, it's about as fast as a minecart, but it's definitely quieter than one. And we can make this as cushy and comfortable as we want, you know? Guess that button's not a problem for now. It seems like our chunk loading is working really well, though. Because we still have rotational energy on this end. And so now, if we had, let's do a button here and here. We could do, probably it would be a little easier to just go down here, like so. So if I do that, uh-oh. Do chunk loaders not keep redstone alive? Or do I need a specific chunk loader mod that I think I need? We're gonna play with that. There's a chunk loader mod for create contraptions, but I thought it was to keep the create contraption loaded, not to keep stuff like this loaded. Well, that sucks. Might try adding that in if I need it. I'm also gonna need more redstone, so let's do that. Might try adding that in when I restart here in just a second to also include Builder's Delight, because I want to see if that fixes it. Because it's loaded. We see that it stops on the first redstone all the way down. It should be loaded. Yeah, so it's not using the forced loading system. It's using the actual forge ticketing system, which was part of what I wanted to check. How do I have you going? So you go down and then around. Okay. And then you should be, yep, gantry shaft. Perfect. So I'm going to restart real quick. Take a quick break to maybe go get a pastella that I have. Our Publix sometimes has guava pastries that are like the ones that my mom would always get from her favorite little Cuban place around the corner when we would go to Miami to visit all my Cuban family. So I have a couple of those. I think I might have one real quick while I wait to restart. So I'll see you guys. Well, actually, I'll just quickly do this with y'all. Might as well. It's only 9:32. Hey, look at us. All right. Don't think there's any major mod updates, but there's the chunk loader. This one, the create chunk loading. Adds a chunk loader block that works with create. Implements a chunk that will keep chunks loaded around moving create contraption. Does not function. All right, Luke, good night. See, I don't think this is going to fix it, but it might. We'll see. We'll see. And then we already have Builder's Delight added in. And doesn't seem like there's any major updates. So yeah, let's go ahead and launch it, and I'll be back in a few. Right, that was just as messy as I expected it to be. So let's see really quickly. Yeah, you don't have any sort of configuration. So I don't think this is going to fix anything, but let's try it, I guess. While we wait, Builder's Delight, always a delight. Okay, so if I do this... Yeah, okay, so you just break. What happens if... I'm tired of running back and forth. Ooh, let's not cause a flashing. Thanks. There we go. So what happens if I... chunk load this over here then? Because we might just be out of chunk loading range. Okay, so it's just out of chunk loading range then, I guess, right? Which I'd rather hear. Like, that's totally fine. So my question is, right, you're here. I save and quit. Load back in. Okay, so we just need another chunk loader. Or a more correctly placed one, I guess. I don't even remember where ours got placed before. Let me really quickly remove that since we're not going to need it. Like, actually, where is our... Our chunk loader is over... Is it not over here? Where did our chunk loader go? I did place it down, right? I'm not losing my mind? But I'm not seeing it, so I... What happened? There's not a block there. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. I don't know why you aren't rendering correctly. Okay, so that's easy peasy then. That's super easy to fix. You don't have a tool type defined, so what I'm going to do... I'm going to leave everything completely as it... Actually, that's a lie. I'm not. Because I don't want you there. Do I? I guess that'll work. And then I'll just make another one, I guess, right? But we'll come over here and make a second chunk loader. And I'll get rid of this one, and it'll be even. So, let's see. One of you. Three of you. We'll do that. And then we'll need two of you. So, enchanting table. And that, and that. If I had more ender pearls, I would do spot loaders. And we're just going to delete that, and now we're good. So yeah, our system is, in fact, working just fine. So if I do this, we can call it, have it come back to us. Delightful. Delightful. Okay, so if I wanted to do Farmer's Delight, Warren, oh, no cheaties. So you're not that expensive. Kind of seems like this is gonna suck. And I didn't plan on doing all of this today either, so we may hold off. We may hold off, because I don't feel like doing that at the moment. I don't think. Let me get my inventory picked up a little bit. I don't need these, so go ahead and get crushed up into nothing. Doesn't really matter to me. And I know I just took a break, but I'm actually kind of getting a little bit tired. I'm wondering if we might want to take a break on this. Let me think. What would we want to do that would be kind of short? Oh, I know what we can do. I absolutely know what we can do. Let's get some waystones. Let's get 2 waystones. See, this is part of why I didn't want to use up all my ender pearls. A lot. That's a lot. What's the center? Emerald? Okay. Let's get some warp stones, and let's get some obsidian. And some smooth stone, or stone brick, and we'll make some waystones. And waystones are going to be particularly helpful because our Nether Fortress spawn is bad, and I'd love to be able to go easily get there and back. Haven't gone mining down there in a minute. Might need to go do that at some point soon. So our main nether spawn is right here. And so we're just going to call this Nether Portal. So to get to the cherry biome, it's going to cost 15 levels to get there. But I'm hopeful that to get all the way to the fortress over there, 780 blocks away, that it will be cheaper. Should have brought ender pearls with me. I forgot how bad this was to navigate without. See ya. My dog's trying to be a whiny little brat. Like I said, this nether sucks. I mean, like, it's just the seed for this, because it acts like it's expanded, but it's for, you know, a tall nether, but it really shouldn't be. So I'm not sure what gave it the idea, but here we are. I don't like it. Try going the long way around. So there is a route this way that's a little bit better through Crimson Forest, but I think it actually puts us a little more out of the way. But I feel like this one is at least a traversable route, whereas the other one is not without ender pearls, which I coincidentally forgot to bring. All right. What was my workaround for this spot? Did I go around this side, I think? I think so. See what I mean? It's largely intraversible. It's not even that I'm here for this. Oh, I see. So the actual spores at the end emit light. That's fun. It's alright, that's what the boots are for. They took a bit of a beating, but that's why they're there. And now we've got ender pearlage. Why are you actively running away? What? Huh? Alright, let's see then. What are this? Oh yeah, the marrow stone. That's right. That's right. This stuff looks super cool. Okay. Did not think that move out too well. Definitely should have been less dumb there, but... Did that man do the splits on his way out of this existence? Kind of looked like he did. Alright, so what's our best move from here? Anyways, hopefully you understand why I want to waystone here now. Because it is rough. It is very rough. Alright, I think... Yep, that'll do. And then another one over there, because this gap looks like a pain to clear. There we go. I gotta say, the biome-wide wither skeletons could potentially be very helpful. Zoink. Okay. So yeah, here we go. This is fortress territory. Only problem is it's kind of flooded in wither skeletons. I might put my waystone down there. So to get to the nether portal is only 5 levels. Much better. I largely have no idea what the loot's supposed to look like here, so I'm just gonna look around and grab what I grab. So far it seems to be pretty good, though. A little escritoire. Pretty obvious what that's supposed to be. Bombs are decently good for AoE, so I'm probably going to keep those on the hotbar. Wither skeleton skull, finally. Hello. Hello again. Saddles are mostly good because I can recycle them for leather, which I don't have a farm for yet because I'm always so bad at animal farming. Like, it's not that I'm bad at it, I never have the gumption to go do it. It's always something I put off for far too long, honestly. Okay. Now these are all just filled up with lava for reasons. Hard to say. Well, I don't really need the gunpowder. I'm taking it. The extra bones and coal, also very nice. So, also taking that gladly. Okay. What about the next tower? Because, like, the towers are only a small part of the actual loot, but then there's still, like, certain pieces. Yep, your bones went flying. Oh, we already got a second skull. Heck yeah. What are nether stars even good for in this, though? Beacon. Okay. So, yeah, that's not actually exciting. I mean, it is, because beacons are good in any game. It would be really good for strip mining, for example. Or not strip mining, really clearing out. But yeah, I forget that it's not really, like, important. Neither is this. So you can just live there. Mala, I'm not responsible for entertaining you. Because you've been foreseen and looked over all day. My dog's trying to pull the needy card, but she has no right. I've also already gotten blaze at some point, right? Or did I get blaze powder? Oh, well, this was really dumb. Where did I walk into that? I mean, we get so much XP from stuff that we're actually doing okay. She was. And that's the third skull. Outstanding. Okay, that's tricky. I like that. However, have pink grass. Because I'd love to go to the end tomorrow. Or next time I stream, which could probably be Saturday at this point, honestly. This shouldn't be too much light, but I guess more light is bad. That's okay. There's also other stuff to go see and do. Oh. Well, no, now you can't pretend to be interested in me. I've moved on. Ah, withering. That's the damage. Nope. No touch. I mean, I think... Yeah, it's like right there. I have to wonder if there's an easy route over. That's what the bomb's for. Okay, I think we're okay now. 5 skulls? Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Those rates are really good. I guess I must have gotten it from, like, here or something. I don't know. Don't know where I got the last few blaze rods. I guess probably here then. I think my dog is being a cat because she had to wear, she's having to wear underwear right now because she's having some glandular issues. I'm just going to say that and leave it there. So, she's now apparently knocking stuff over, which is very unlike her. Our big ol' stinking Doberman just doing big ol' stinking Doberman things. You nerd. I gotta say, the fortress is definitely nice. I just wish they were more common. They're way more dangerous, though, which I do like. Like, they force you to get into some dangerous situations, for sure. And this being one of those cobalt biomes, what is it? Cobalt, no, Blackstone Basin? That's not it. Guess it is. Thought it was something cobalt, but still. Being one of those biomes, it seems like the skeleton boosting percentage is even more effective. Alright, let's go ahead and head back to the portal. 5 levels. I wish it wouldn't eat the whole level, but it's kind of not a big deal to me, honestly. At this point, I've got a whole bunch of stuff to process through our crushing wheels. So that's good. Let's go ahead and get that going, because I want to see all the goodies we may get. So we're going to have all of you. We've got all of you and you. Not bad. 21 leather. Bunch of random nuggets and other miscellany. Not bad. Go and start consolidating. We've also got all those wither skeleton skulls now, which is really just like a lot of skulls for a singular trip with only looting 3. If I had larger looting, I'd understand, but like, or looting 2. So if I had looting 3, I'd kind of be like, oh, yeah, you know, I deserve that. But I don't feel like I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. Just feels weird. I don't know. Anyways, I forgot a couple of things. So let's go toss those back in and have some torches and have some item frames. And I don't want any of this. Excellent. Well, alrighty, y'all. It has been 2 hours, 40 minutes. I'm pretty tired. I got work tomorrow, so I should probably try to settle down for the night and get ready for bed at some point in the relative future. Not relevant. Relative future, maybe. Probably gonna just sit there and watch videos all night, but, you know. Anyways, y'all, we have a very cursed minecart. I feel like the theme of this world is definitely Could I do it without gantries? Okay, we're gonna do it with gantries, because everything is gantries, and I love it. I live for this. It's perfect, honestly. Anyways, y'all, appreciate y'all for hanging out. Love having you all in the chat. Love seeing you guys just kind of being super supportive. I've really, really appreciated it lately. Having the dual stream from Twitch and YouTube has been, like, apparently really, really important, because some of y'all don't know where I am on Twitch, and some of y'all on Twitch don't know where I am on YouTube. So, doesn't matter. This way you'll find me either way. Anyways, thanks a ton for watching. Thanks a ton for hanging out. Love all the input that I got today. Love all the feedback and all the viewership and all the participation, I think is really the word I'm looking for here. Y'all are truly, like, the best. Anyways, I will see you guys soon enough. And until then, take care. See ya.